we can stand up for ourselves. It's Canada Strong. We can stand up for ourselves. We've called out those comments. They're disrespectful. They're not helpful. And they need to stop before, and they will have to stop before we sit down and have a conversation about our broader partnership with the United States. But we're Canada. We don't need other people to come to our aid. Come on.
There's lots of tracking photography, apologies. Mr. Carney, will Canadian troops go to Ukraine? Mr. Carney, would you like the Prime Minister to show more support to Canada?
That's very good. Yeah. Please. Thank you. Well, Prime Minister Mark, you're very welcome here at Downing Street. It's fantastic to have this opportunity to have you here so early on in your tenure. And the relationship between our two countries has always been strong. Two sovereign allies, so much in common, shared history, shared values, shared king, and all the work we do in the Commonwealth together. And of course, you know the United Kingdom very well from your time here, and if I may say so, using that time to help protect us against some of the economic chaos of the Conservatives in your time at the Bank of England. So you know us well, and of course you are the G7 host
Yes.
this year, which is an incredible time to be leading the G7. And we have a very important summit in June when we'll be over in Canada. Much looking forward to that. Can I also say thank you for your approach to Ukraine. It doesn't surprise me that our two countries see this through similar lens with the same objectives. And thank you very much for joining the call that we held on Saturday, the Coalition of the Willing, which is driving the momentum to ensure that if there is a deal, that it's a deal that is defended. And of course, economically, there are great ties between our two countries. So it's very, very good to be able to welcome you here as an ally, a friend, and two countries with a very, very strong camaraderie, support for each other, and history and future.
Future, absolutely. Well, thank you, Kier. Merci beaucoup pour cet accueil. We have a remarkable history, as you said, between our countries, and it is remarkable because it's built on shared values. And we're at a point in history where the world is being reordered, and your leadership, the leadership of the UK, I'll use the example of the Ukraine, where what you've been able to do with President Macron to bring together a coalition of the willing at a crucial time, I think can be decisive and must be decisive in coming to a lasting solution there. As well, commercially, we are amongst each other's largest trading partners, largest investors. And this is a moment, whether it's in AI, whether it's in clean energy, life sciences, our two economies are headed in the same direction, and our partnership can only deepen. And if I may add one other, which is particularly in these days, our security cooperation, which is seamless, is essential. So the partnership is strong, and it will continue to grow at a time where, including through the G7, we can help reshape the world.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I think we'll just stay.
Welcome to Canada. Lovely to see you.
So good to see you. Thank you for the tech.
My phone then
subsequently broke. Prime Minister of Canada, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. Very good to see you. Lovely to see you. Congratulations. Very much, very much. I've had a disaster today, sir. My border of Canada pin broke. No. Yes, it fell on the tarmac, which is proof of our founding peoples, the British. Draw a line. I'm not of that rank. No, well, anyway, it's a great treat to. It's lovely. There's much to catch up on. Come and have a seat. No, I know these things are
You know, I want to begin by expressing my deep gratitude to His Majesty King Charles III for his warm welcome and gracious hospitality that he showed me, he showed Canada with today's audience. We have a steadfast defender in our sovereign. You know, as Prime Minister Starmer mentioned in our session, Canada and the United Kingdom share a history, we share values, we share a sovereign. And those shared values between Canada and the United Kingdom, Canada et la République française, ont été démontrés avec notre partenariat pour l'Ukraine. They are demonstrated through the leadership of Prime Minister Starmer, President Macron, and Canada's participation in the coalition of the willing for Ukraine. So we can't control the trade policy of the United States. We don't pretend to control policies of other countries. What we can control is our own domestic economic policy. There's many opportunities in Canada. It's a very strong economy, but it could be much stronger. We could have one Canadian economy instead of 13. We can build the millions of houses that Canadians need. We can diversify our trading relationships. We can build new trading corridors, and we can fully realize what Canada is, which is an energy superpower in both clean and conventional energy, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to get stronger, while those who take trade actions get weaker. I don't think one needs to respond to every comment about another country. Look, we can stand up for ourselves. It's Canada strong. We can stand up for ourselves. We've called out those comments. They're disrespectful. They're not helpful. And they need to stop before, and they will have to stop before we sit down and have a conversation about our broader partnership with the United States. But we're Canada. We don't need other people to come to our aid. Come on. There are limits. Now we'll see what happens April 2nd. We'll see what happens after that. We are not going to take an action that we think is not ultimately going to influence the United States, and certainly not one that is outright harmful to Canada, given the overall approach. So this will be very deliberate, and there is a limit, full stop. There is a limit to matching these tariffs dollar for dollar, given the fact that our economy is a tenth the size of the United States. Thank you.